When I joined the Toastmaster meeting for the first time, I thought I was here to chase better speaking skill. But in the first few meetings, whenever a Toastmaster came to me and asked for to take a role, I felt like my nerves were chasing me, my heart racing and mind going blank. Then I remember what Michael Jordan said. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I started taking small roles and then bigger ones and then eventually speeches. One meeting at a time. With today's theme, the chase, let's chase growth and confidence and let our nose try to keep up. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. A warm welcome to meeting number 55 of the Gabby Online Advanced Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Prasang Mani, your Sergeant at Arm for today's meeting. And as a Sergeant at Arm, it is my responsibility to highlight some key points for the meeting. First, the meeting is blocked for 2 hours, also urging you to stay for entire duration to get the maximum benefit. Second, your video should be on, your audio should be off, and only unmute yourself when you need to speak or call to speak. Third, regarding the topic of sex, politics, and religion, even though Toastmaster International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, at the Gabby Toastmaster Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful while speaking on this topic and refrain from creating any controversies. Our club mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, now let me hand over this meeting to our today presiding officer, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Before I do so, let me introduce Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal is a certified soft skill and POS trainer and an image consultant, a triple crown winner and path breaker. Renu is deeply passionate about connecting with people, understanding their stories, and empowering them to grow through meaningful conversation. Beyond her professional work, she enjoys cooking and gardening activities that help her stay centered. Over to you, Toastmaster Renu.
Thank you so much. Let us hear for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Prasang Mani, for always pitching in whenever we need him. Thank you so much for starting the meeting in time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and visiting Toastmasters and guests. As a presiding officer for today's meeting, I declare the Gabbys Online Toastmaster meeting number 55 officially open. It is my extreme joy to welcome you all today. Thank you for being here. And we hope you leave today's meeting more inspired, more connected, and come back again for this meeting. And I will urge all the guests and the visiting Toastmasters to stay for the entire duration. And we would like to hear their feedback about our meeting today. Now, just a word for the benefit of the guests or the people who have joined today's meeting or will be looking into this meeting recording sometime later. So what is Toastmasters community? Well, Toastmasters is a 100+ years old community which was started by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. And this community itself is united by one common mission, which is empowering people to become confident communicators and leaders. We at Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmaster, we try and yes, we don't try, but we are keeping that spirit alive. And that spirit makes our meetings a very safe learning space. Here you get the freedom to speech, have a speak, listen to others, and also to give feedback, which helps us to grow together. Now, before I dive into today's meeting, once again, a quick update for all the Toastmasters. If you haven't happened to receive the emails from Toastmaster International, the Toastmaster International has revised the membership fee. And until August 3rd, you can renew at the prior rates. So for complete details, please check your registered emails, or you can connect with our VP membership, Toastmaster Joane Joseph, who will be happy to help you. Now it is time to connect with some of the guests who are in the meeting. I see Manisha Mahapatra. Manisha, good evening. Are you a visiting Toastmaster or a guest? Sorry, we can't hear you. You are on mute. Yes.
Sorry, I'm speaking on mute. Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
I have taken dual membership for now. So today I'll be joining as guest and see for other opportunities as well.
Wow, great. I hope
Yeah.
you have a great experience in today's meeting, and please stay until the end of the meeting. We'll really like to hear about your experience.
Sure.
Good
Thank
evening,
you.
Toastmaster Ruma. Welcome to the meeting.
Thank you,
I see you
Toastmaster Renu.
Yeah, I see you visiting again. We are happy to have you today and hope
Yeah,
to have hear from beautiful insights from you during the table topic sessions.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Rajat Santosh. Rajat Santosh, can you please come on camera? Are you a guest?
Hello, good evening,
Good
Toastmasters
evening.
and guests. My name is Rajat Santosh. I am a Toastmaster. I am
Great.
a member of a club called Caste Curators, which is in Kochi, Kerala.
Great.
And I just happened to see this meeting invite in one of the groups. I've attended this club meeting once before, that was many, many months ago. So I just thought I'll just visit and see what's up.
Yeah, thank you. We would really like to know what change we have been able to bring into our meeting. I'm really little disappointed to hear that you are joining us after months. I would have accepted it.
I don't usually attend online meetings. I prefer offline meetings as much
Yes,
as possible. But having visited this club before, I thought, okay, fine, I'll just visit once again.
sure, sure. Okay, please stay until the end of the meeting. We'll come back to you there. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we have already, like, Gulzar, Toastmaster Gulzar, would you like to say something?
Yeah,
Yes.
just I have joined Toastmasters to improve my confidence and to improve my leadership skills. After
Okay.
working for so many years, more than a decade as a technical developer, I just want to improve my communication and leadership skills also.
Great.
That's why I have joined Toastmasters.
Well,
Yeah,
all the
thank
very best, all the very best to you. And I hope you get many, many opportunities within Toastmasters and beyond to improve your skills as well as leadership, as well as this public speaking skills. I see Jitinder. Jitinder, can you please come on camera? Or are you a guest or a Toastmaster? Okay, yes. Jitinder Rolania is our
Yeah,
ex-member.
yeah, this is my favorite place where I always wanted to be, and I try to be regular. And if I can join the club, that is my intention, and I hope I'll be continuing. And join. First, I try to build a cadence to be regular, and afterwards maybe I often miss, and I'm always finding a reason how I can be part of it again.
Yes, I can understand. Yes, we hope that we see you again in our meetings. And yes, until you join the club, you can always join us like on the online meetings. Thank you. Do we have any other guest? Okay, I see Sagar Gulati. Sagar Gulati, are you a guest or a visiting Toastmaster?
Hey, I'm a guest. I think I'm joining here for the third time.
Okay.
I'm trying to build my consistency in attending these meetings before I become a permanent member of this club.
Yes. Okay, all the very best. I see you already consistent with it 3 times in a month. So that is a pretty consistent already. So you should think about membership now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your introductions and your introduction about yourselves. So now it's time to delve into the meeting. So Toastmasters, every memorable meeting is orchestrated by someone exceptional. And that exceptional person is the Toastmaster of the day. It is now my pleasure to invite the distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta to take over the virtual stage and lead us through today's theme, which is the chase. But before I do that, I would like to introduce him to you all. So within the Toastmasters community, DTM Sourav Dutta is synonymous with excellence. He's a 2-time distinguished Toastmaster and one of the very few members to have completed all the 11 Toastmasters pathway. Beyond Toastmasters, Sourav brings over 20 years of leadership experience with global organizations like HP, Target, JCPenney, which established him as a seasoned expert in analytics, strategy, and marketing. In 2020, he embarked over a new journey. He became a social entrepreneur, co-founded Spractive with a mission to empower students. His co-founding member, Nancy Goyal, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goyal, is also present in the meeting. So Practive is basically empowering students, MSMEs, non-profit organizations, and women entrepreneurs. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav is also a proud father, a lifelong learner, and someone who truly lives the value of continuous growth. Among the many lessons that I have learned from Sourav, one that has stayed with me the most is to remain always open to feedback, no matter who it comes from. He believes that even someone with very little experience or knowledge can offer a perspective that can become a game changer. So, after all, great ideas are not defined by the title of the person sharing them, but by the value they bring. With that thought, I hand over the virtual stage to the distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav Dutta, and let's begin the chase.
Thank you so much. And first, I want to share a disclaimer. This idea of a theme is actually stolen. I was there in one of the club meetings and some of the other club, and there the TMOD had this theme chase. That's a very interesting theme. Why don't I also do a meeting? So eager was I to do this as a theme that I pinged Renu and told her that, can I be the team? Or she had already taken the team mod. I literally put a gun on her head and said, no, I will do it. You have to let me do it. Yeah. So that's the kind of chase that I do, chase to become the team mod of a meeting. Okay, so what is this chase all about? Simple, right? We all chase something in our life, and all the time we are chasing something. So I was just reflecting back in my life, and I found that, I have been chasing something or the other. I've been chasing every time. And I think that's what keeps us alive. That's what keeps us going. That's what helps us wake up in the morning, right? Without a chase, life feels so dull and boring and meaningless and rudderless and destinationless and whatnot. So what we'll do is we'll have various kind of games and various kind of activities connected to the chase, right? So what we'll start with right now is a rapid fire. So I will call out a name and I will give you 2 options. You'll have to choose between one of the chase that you like to do. Right? Are we good? Okay. Let me start with a guest. Uma.
Yes. Okay. Sagar.
You can't think, okay, you have to just choose one very quickly. A perfect selfie or a good hair day?
A perfect selfie or a
good hair day.
A perfect selfie.
Okay. Joanne, very quickly, huh? Parking spot versus window seat.
Window
No,
seat.
can't think. Okay. Nancy, a viral reel or a viral idea?
Viral idea.
Good. Okay. Sagar,
Yes, sir.
finding a 500 rupees in your jeans or finding a missing charger?
Finding
Finding a missing charger.
Lovely. Okay. Rajat, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Then sleep or Netflix?
Sleep. Definitely sleep.
Okay. Pushpak is married. Pushpak, this one is for you. Wi-Fi or wife's approval?
Wife's approval is better.
Okay, he is taking this call from home, so yeah, that's the only answer he can give. Okay, Renu, 1 crore or 1 extra hour of sleep every day for the rest of your life?
1 crore.
1 crore, okay. Ajay. Ajay.
Yes, sir.
Money or a Monday holiday?
Monday holiday.
Okay, that's the luxury of being an entrepreneur. He has a lot of money, right? Monday holiday is what he's craving for. For me and Nancy, it will be money, 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 and more money. Okay. Okay, the last one. This is for Pooja. The last slice of pizza or the last word in an argument? Oh. It didn't reach us. No, it didn't reach us. Okay, then someone else has to do this. Manisha.
Yeah. What was the question? Last slide of pizza and
No. Why you are doing a bit different? You can't think. No, that's why. Manisha, a
Yes.
personal chef or a personal driver?
Personal safe.
Good. Okay. So this is what we are going to do for the rest of this meeting. We are going to see, because our chase reveals a lot about us, reveals a lot about our character, reveals a lot about who we are, what we want to be, what we have, and what we aspire for, right? So chase defines our personality, our aspirations, apprehensions, and therefore we will learn about each other through our chases during the course of this meeting. We'll also have a few interesting games, by the way. So during the course of this meeting, I'll make you get up, run around, come back, sit down. So you have to keep your cameras on. So if you want to go and put up some makeup, doll up, please do that while I hand over the stage to the general evaluator. But before I do that, let me explain the structure of the meeting. Every Toastmaster meeting has got 3 parts. The first part, we have got some prepared speeches where we have got a few prepared speakers who will be coming and delivering speeches which they have prepared in advance. They know what they will be speaking on. They'll know what exactly they will say. And that's what will happen in the first part. In the second part, we'll have impromptu speeches. In the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, this impromptu speech section is conducted in the form of a debate, where there is a table topic master / a debate master who will be coming and giving out topics which are debate topics, and will call out the names of 2 speakers who will be debating against each other in a 1-minute duration. More details on that will be shared by the table topic master when I invite her to take the stage. And the third section, which is considered to be the hallmark of any Toastmaster meeting, is the evaluation section. In the evaluation section, we get to understand what did we do well and what can we do better. And there is someone who acts as the chief evaluator. This is the person who gives an overall report of the meeting, and we call this person a general evaluator. Now, generally, the general evaluator is a very kharoos type of guy, someone like me. But this time, we have been very kind and nice with you. We have got a poet as a general evaluator. How cool is that, right? So you'll get a general evaluation report, which is also which will rhyme and will rhythm and whatnot. And to set that expectation, let me introduce the general evaluator of the meeting today. Toastmaster Priya Singh, she's a Triple Crown winner, marketing professional, academician. She's passionate about creative writing and poetry. Her podcast, Soulful Scrolls, is a dedicated effort to the craft of poetic expression. She didn't mention here, but I think she has also recently written a book, or rather, not recently. I think 2 years since she has published the book, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So I do follow your post, Priya, as you can clearly see. Yeah. So she's also an author, and there's a book that she has written 2 years back, and I believe that book is doing pretty good. So over to you, Priya. You may want to start with talking about your book a bit, and then we can talk about your role as the G. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, for such a warm and encouraging introduction. I'm really honored. And yes, I have personally chased my dream and my passion of poetry writing, and started this journey first with the podcast in the name of Soulful Scrolls. And that has been 3 years ago, and then moved on and published a poetry book with the same name, Soulful Scrolls, which is available on Amazon. So do check it out. The main purpose of writing these poems is to connect with the hearts and souls of people, making them feel uplifted, inspired, and motivated, and feel good. So thank you very much. I hope you all do pick up the book and read and share your feedback. So back to today's meeting. As a general evaluator, Toastmaster of the Day has given us such a wonderful theme, the chase. Aren't we all here to chase something or the other as Toastmasters? We are here chasing to become better communicators, better speakers, and better performers. We are all chasing for knowledge, excellence, confidence. And this doesn't happen in a single leap. It is one step, one speech, one meeting at a time. When I look back at my journey at Toastmasters and at Gabbys, I really feel I've evolved to what I am today. And that's only because I have kept chasing with intent and purpose, completing my projects and pathways. So in this meeting, as a general evaluator, I will be evaluating not one or two, but the entire meeting, all the role players, and sharing with you all at the end of the meeting what went well and where we can improve further. Because every chase to become successful happens only when we learn where we need to step up and become better versions of ourselves. So before I continue, I would like to introduce my team. This humongous task of a general evaluator or evaluating a meeting is not easy. It requires assistance of key people. And with me, I have my team, the first being the timer, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal is also our presiding officer, and since she has been introduced already, I would request her to please share the timer rules and take us through the different segments with regards to the time.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya. I'm excited to be part of your team today. So once again, good evening, everyone. So as a timer for today, I'll be keeping a close watch on the clock to help ensure our meeting runs on schedule. Okay, a catch here, we are already late by 5 minutes. So if we are running behind time, you will notice the red card displayed on my screen as a gentle reminder of being on time to stay back or come back on track. So in addition, I'll be timing our prepared speakers, table topic speakers, evaluators, and helping each of them remain within their allotted time so everyone gets a fair opportunity to participate. Now for each prepared speech and evaluation, I will signal you at 3 different milestones using the green, yellow, and the red indicators. The green signal the minimum time it signifies. The yellow signal, it says the halfway, you have reached halfway, and red signal is to complete, is the maximum time allowed to speak. So coming back to today's meeting, we have two 5 to 7 minute speeches aligned. So at 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow. And at the end of the 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. So over here, the prepared speakers are allowed 30 seconds of grace period above and below the maximum time, that is the 7 minutes. Now to the during the evaluation sections for the evaluators, again, I'll be showing the green card at the 2 minutes, that is the minimum time, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at the end of 3 minutes. Again, a grace period is allowed over here also for the evaluators. Finally, for the table topic sessions, I'll display the red card at the end of 1 minute for each table topic speakers. And I'll be presenting my report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by the Madam General Evaluators. Back to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, for crisply explaining the timer rules for each segment. The timer will be ensuring that we keep ourselves on track, and every chase is definitely won when we keep the time in mind. We move ahead with the second member of my team, which is the language evaluator, because in order to be successful speakers and communicators, we need to also be very mindful of the kind of language we use. And our language evaluator is here to share with us her role and also help us refine and polish our language today. Over to you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Toastmaster Joane Joseph is a content writer and avid reader with more than 3 years at Toastmasters, a 2-time division evaluation champion and former district table topics champion. She has also mentored winning table topic teams. She resides in the serene mountains of the Himachal, enjoying conversations, reading next to a cozy fire, and listening to stories of strangers. Over to you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As the language evaluator for today's meeting, my role is to listen carefully to every speaker, note effective use of language, highlight good grammar and vocabulary, and encourage clear and impactful communication. Our theme today is the chase. Every great achievement begins with courage to pursue it. While courage inspires us to take the first step, it is tenacity that keeps us moving forward. And with that in mind, today's word of the day is tenacious. Tenacious means holding firmly to a goal, belief, or purpose and not giving up despite difficulties, setbacks, or oppositions. Some synonyms include persistent, determined, or basically never quit. Please note the pronunciation is tenacious. Tenacious. Usage will include: she was tenacious in overcoming her fear of public speaking by practicing every week. Or J.K. Rowling showed tenacity after multiple publishers rejected her manuscript before Harry Potter became a worldwide success. So you can use the word forms tenacious, which is the adjective, tenacity, which is a noun, or tenaciously, which is the adverb, any of the three while you speak in today's meeting. I'll post the word of the day and details in the chat for your reference. At the end of the meeting, when called upon, I'll share my report with observations to help us all grow as better communicators. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joane Joseph, for explaining the role of language evaluator and also sharing the word of the day. I'm sure that all the role takers today are going to work tenaciously to ensure that this meeting is successfully executed. Thank you so much. We move on to the third member of our team, that is the listener, Toastmaster Rahul Swami. Toastmaster Rahul Swami is a fitness enthusiast and a marketing analyst at Sanofi, Hyderabad, with over 4 years of work experience, an ambitious strategic thinker with a knack for learning new things. He has come back to Gabbys to continue his public speaking journey. In his free time, he loves to work out, spend time with his pet and family. Toastmaster Rahul Swami, can you please take the stage and explain your role as the listener?
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for the warm introduction, General Evaluator, Priya. Hello, everyone. I am the listener for today's meeting, and I will be listening very closely to the meeting and will be drafting short questions. So please be mindful of the listening because at the end of the day, all that matters is how well you listen in a conversation. And I'm going to help you do that. Thank you. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rahul, for that crisp introduction of your role. With that, I would like to hand over the virtual stage back to the Toastmaster of the day. I'll be back at the evaluation segment to introduce the evaluators for our speakers of prepared speeches today. So hold on tight and let's begin and continue the chase further. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. And before I hand over the stage I move on to the next section, we'll play one more small game. Are we game? Okay, I'm not getting any answer. Yes, no, maybe, never. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's play. So this one, what we'll do is I'll ask you a few questions. I'll give you a question, right? And you will tell me who am I talking about. So all of this is a chase, right? So for example, the first one is pretty easy. A cat spends his entire life chasing a clever little mouse. Who am I talking about?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and
Good.
Jerry.
Okay, easy, right? Next one. A prince crossed forests, mountains, and oceans to rescue his wife from a powerful king.
Odyssey.
Lord Ram.
Who was that? Lord Rama?
Prasang.
Yes, Lord Rama. Lovely. Okay. He chased the golden snitch while flying on a broomstick.
Harry Potter.
Good. He chased the world's fastest sprinters and left them all behind.
Usain Bolt.
Lovely. Intelligent people here. A billionaire in a bat suit spends every night chasing criminals in one city.
Bruce Wayne. Batman.
Good. Okay. A plumber keeps chasing a princess kidnapped by the same villain. This one's tough.
Plumber. Noddy.
Mario.
Lovely. Who was that?
Rajat.
Lovely, Rajat. Impressed. That was tough. Yeah. Mario. A young lion leaves home, then returns to reclaim his kingdom.
Lion King.
Character. Simba. Right. Okay. A pirate captain spent years chasing the Black Pearl.
Ooh, Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Good. Okay. An archaeologist is always chasing ancient treasures and lost civilizations.
From
Indiana
dinosaur
Jones.
movie in the
Indiana Jones.
Right. And the last one. A friendly neighborhood superhero constantly chasing villains while swinging between buildings.
Spider-Man.
Lovely. Okay, great. So that was the second round of games, and we're going to move on to the prepared speeches now. So in the Gabbys, what we do is in the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, the GOAT Club, we have 2 evaluations for each speaker, not 1, but 2. So the first evaluator will be evaluating the speaker. The second evaluator will also be evaluating the same speaker, but will not repeat any of the points that has already been covered by the first evaluator. So the double the evaluation for every single speaker. So the first speaker will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal and Toastmaster as the Evaluator 1 and Toastmaster Smruti Sagarika Mohanty as Evaluator 2. Can I have both of you confirm your presence?
Yeah, I'm present.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so that's both of our evaluators. We could see them, hear them. Now we are going to move on to our speaker. Our speaker, the first speaker today is Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra, and Pushpak is one of my personal favorites. Even if I'm not taking any role, I attend a meeting and Pushpak is speaking. I just love his speeches, right? I'm always chasing him for his speeches. So Pushpak is a chartered accountant with over 10 years of work experience in accounts and finance. He's currently working with Levi's as a finance controller. Pushpak is attempting the project. This is Inspire Your Audience, right, Pushpak, if I'm not wrong?
Yes, actually, I'm repeating the same what I have last.
So he's repeating a speech that he had given last time. He's repeating that. He's chasing for excellence. That's why he's repeating that, I believe. So Pushpak is giving this, is attempting this project, Inspire Your Audience from the path, Visionary Communication. This is the level 3 project 2. It's an elective project in level 2. The purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. Not today, maybe. Not today, maybe. Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. Over to you, Pushpak.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever ignored a small warning because you thought nothing will happen? Maybe it was that strange noise from your bike. Maybe your doctor suggested reduce your sugar level. Or maybe your manager asked, can you double check the numbers? Most of us think that risk management belongs to bankers, insurance company, or auditor. But today, I want to tell you a story that taught me risk management is not about predicting the future. It's all about preparing for it. A few years ago, one of my relatives in Bihar decided to build a new house. He had saved every rupees for years to build the dream home. The contractor suggested you need to spend a little extra amount on a strong foundation as the location was near to the lake. My relative reacted, why waste money in underground? Nobody even see it. Instead, he spent that money on beautiful tiles, fancy paint, and a stylish gate. The house, which looked amazing, people in the village admired that house. But after a few years, a heavy flood came to my village. Because the house was near to the lake, and because of that heavy water, cracks began appearing on the walls. Water seeped into the rooms, and that beautiful paint peeled away. And only option left was to demolish that house and rebuild it again from scratch. That day, I realized the cost of preventing a risk is usually much smaller than cost of fixing a disaster. As a finance professional, we always deal with risk every day, whether it is reconciling accounts, whether it's a reviewing control, approving payments. And sometimes people ask, why are finance teams so particular? Why so many approvals? Why so many reconciliation? Because our job is not to stop the business. Our job is to stop the tomorrow's headline. A missing approval today can become a fraud tomorrow. A missed compliance deadline can become a regulatory penalty. One wrong assumption can become a multi-million rupees mistake. Risk does not usually arrive with drums and fireworks. risk management is not only for companies, it's for life. When we buy a health insurance, that's a risk management. When our parents encourage their children to study, that's a risk management. When we save the money before spending, that's a risk management. Even we wear a helmet, that's a risk management. None of these actions guarantee the success. They simply improve the odds. Let me share something very personal. Like many students from small towns, I also believed that success depends only on hard work. So I worked hard, very hard. But there was one risk I completely ignored: communication. I thought my technical knowledge is enough. And then I came to Bangalore. I started my career in corporate. In every meeting, I had an idea, very good ideas, but my English was not that fluent enough to express them confidently. So my colleague spoke and I stayed silent, but the idea was mine. The risk was not that I lacked knowledge. The risk was that my knowledge remains invisible. That's when I joined the Toastmaster. Not because I wanted to become a motivational speaker, but because I did not want fear to decide my future. Every speech I give is my way of managing that risk. And today I'm here standing. It is a proof that investing in yourself gives the highest return. Dear friends, life will always have uncertainty. We cannot eliminate risk. No one can eliminate the risk completely. But we can prepare it. We can learn. We can ask difficult questions. We can strengthen our foundation before the storms arrives. So today, I want to leave you with one thought. Don't wait for life to teach you expensive lesson. Invest in prevention. Invest in learning. Invest in relationship. Invest in your health. Investing in yourself is not making mistake, because the greater risk is believing that nothing can go wrong. Thank you.
Wow. I think that's one of the best thing about the Gabbys is that, you get really important financial lessons and business lessons free of cost. Because we are a club of extremely accomplished professionals and knowledgeable experts. So in this very meeting itself, we have got 3 chartered accountants sitting right here. We have got Pushpak, we have got Sachin, and just as I said, chartered accountant, the third one switched on her camera, which is Subhashini. So she's like, okay, I also want to be seen. Yeah. So we have got 3 chartered accountants sitting in this meeting right now. And there are many, many such people in this club from whom we get to learn a lot more than public speaking. Thank you so much, Pushpak, for sharing these insights. Whenever you speak, I'm either taking notes, I'm just like in awe, right? So I love it. Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next speaker. And before I introduce the speaker, let me quickly confirm if the evaluators of the next speaker is present. The evaluators are Toastmaster Sagar Duggal, who is the first evaluator. Okay. And
Yes.
Subhashini Jewelitha, who is the second evaluator. Okay, so Subhashini, you will be evaluating the speaker. You're not evaluating the evaluator. So I think that was a bit of a correction in what I just explained to you before the meeting. So you will be evaluating the speaker only, but you cannot repeat any of the points that Sagar had mentioned. So your points has to be incremental over and above what Sagar said. Now let me introduce the speaker for today. A speaker is a relatively newer member of our club. Nevertheless, she is one of the most enthusiastic Toastmasters, regularly taking speech slots and roles in our club meetings. Today, she is attempting this project, level 1, project 4, from the dynamic leadership part. This is evaluation and feedback, right? That is the project. Is this the speech 1 or the speech 2, Devishree?
Speech 2.
Speech 2. So she has already given one speech where she has received some feedback, and today she's going to implement those feedback while giving the speech. And the speech duration again is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Devishree is a software engineer who enjoys solving problems and continuously sharpening her technical skills. Beyond work, Devishree finds balance through gardening, which builds patience and calm, and stays energized through a love for music. She chases passion for growth, and she joined Toastmaster to strengthen her communication skills, build confidence, and become a more effective speaker. Devishree, I don't see your speech title. Can you just quickly send it to me and tell me?
The power of 1 hour.
The power of?
1 hour. 1 hour.
1 hour. Is it the
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Devishree V, the power of 1 hour. The power of 1 hour, Toastmaster Devishree V. The stage is all yours.
Every evening, for nearly 3 years, someone knocked on my door. Who do you think it was? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. During my college days, Shamila and I were classmates and hostel mates. We were not close friends. In fact, we hardly spoke to each other. One evening, after college, I had just returned to my room. Like every student, I wanted to relax for a while. Suddenly, there was a knock on my door. Standing outside was Shamila, carrying a stack of mathematics notebooks. She smiled and asked me, "Can you teach me maths?" Shamila struggled with the mathematics. Wanting to help, I agreed. I explained a few concepts and clarified her doubts. I thought that would be the end of it. But the next day, she came again, and the day after that, then again, and again, and again. Soon it became her daily routine. She never missed a single day, not even during her holidays. I admired her discipline. One day, I was tired and I couldn't teach her. She looked disappointed. Feeling bad, I said, "Don't worry, I will teach you tomorrow evening." But the next morning before sunrise, she had woken up early and woke me up too. She politely asked, "Let's complete yesterday's lesson." My friends felt sorry for me. They couldn't understand her tenacity. They would often tell her, "She is tired. Sometimes she is not well. Why do you disturb her every day? Let her take some rest." Shamila never argued. She never complained. She simply changed the timing and started coming again every evening at 6 o'clock. That was the day I realized it wasn't just her routine anymore. It had quietly become mine too. Soon, the semester examinations came. After the mathematics exam, she came to me and said, "I wrote the exam well. Thank you." Smiled and said, "You are welcome." A few weeks later, the results were announced. She ran towards me with the tears of joy and said, I scored 60% in mathematics. For many students, 60% may not seem extra. But for Sharmila, that wasn't just a number. It was confidence. It was hope. It was proof that hard work really pays off. That's when I learned success is never about comparing ourselves with others. Success is about becoming better than we were yesterday. Her tenacity inspired me. From then on, I taught her with even greater dedication. Semester after semester, we continued. By the final semester, she was scoring 95% in mathematics. That day, she came to me with a smile and said, You are a good teacher. Those simple words stayed with me. Until then, I thought I had only been solving math problems. But in her eyes, I had helped build confidence. From that day onward, whenever someone asked me for help with their studies, I never hesitate. As the saying goes, a candle loses nothing by lightening another candle. We all have one hour to spare. The real question is, will we spend it or will we make a difference? Thank you.
Wow, that was really nice. I love this speech. You know, the fact it sends a very powerful message that are we chasing the right things in life? So, talking about which, before we go on break, I want to ask you, what are some of the meaningless things that you chase? Right? So, I'll give a couple of meaningless things that I know people chase. Let me start with Toastmasters. The most meaningless thing I've seen people chasing in Toastmaster is anyone? What's the most meaningless thing you have seen someone chase in Toastmaster?
Validation.
In Toastmaster specifically. Validation
Yeah,
is
in Toastmasters.
validation is something that we chase everywhere in life, right? From your spouse,
It
from your
is.
partner, from your boss, from your
That is
relative.
true.
But
But
I'm
doing
saying specific
something
to Toastmaster.
Validation
Sagar?
build-up.
I believe people brag a lot about the levels. I
No,
have done
someone
this
said
level.
DTM, right? Someone said DTM.
DTM, Distinguished
Yeah,
Toastmaster title. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's the most meaningless thing I've seen people chase in Toastmaster. People go to any extent to get that. They'll take club officer roles when they don't want to be an officer. They'll take area director roles when they don't have no intention to serve, just because they want a DTM tag. So I also had that thing. I'll become a TTM. I'll become a double TTM. I'll become a triple TTM. And then surprise, surprise, when I became a double TTM, I could still not walk on water. I was still not able to fly. I still had to wake up every day morning and had the same morning routine as the rest of you, right? So nothing changed in my life. So DTM is one thing which I feel is most meaningless. So what are some of the most meaningless things that you have seen people chase, or you have chased yourself? Confession time. What's the most meaningless thing that you have chased?
I would say in Toastmasters, as well as it's something which I've observed in my life as well. There are certain people who are toxic to us, but we chase for their approval and their validation, even though that is not necessary.
There's a term for that, where you chase people.
Pleasing.
No, there's a stronger term for that.
Where you chase the validation from others.
Mm-hmm. The Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
The Stockholm syndrome is where you chase those who are actually causing harm to you. That's why a lot of people stay in a toxic relationship, because they find it harder to let go of a relationship, which is toxic. Okay, that's deep, but something a little lighter. What else? What are some of the most meaningless chases that you can think of, that you have chased or someone else has chased? Yes, Pooja. Somehow Pooja's voice is not reaching me. Anyone else? Come on. We're not going to tell anyone. Here's Kavita.
Yeah, I have some funny answer. I was trying to chase my husband's words, which really didn't mean for me sometimes. But I was just trying to chase his words to make him feel happy. But at
Good.
times I feel that it wouldn't be needed.
Lovely. Okay.
I
Who
like
else?
to chase people's ego.
Chase people's ego. Okay. Again, a very deep answer. I have a lot of poets and thinkers and poets in the meeting today. Okay. What
Chasing
else?
identity. Chasing identity. Recognition, identity. Prove yourself.
Okay. What
I would
else?
say fame. People
Fame.
want to be
Okay.
famous.
Okay.
Ideal weight.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. None of these things are meaningless if they are meaningful to you. It becomes meaningless when you are chasing them, not because you want them, but because the rest of the world values them. There is nothing wrong in chasing money. But if you are chasing money because the rest of the people think money is important, that's stupidity. There's nothing wrong in chasing fame. But if you are chasing fame because the rest of the world thinks fame is important, that's stupidity. There's nothing wrong in chasing a DTM title. But if you are chasing a DTM title because the rest of the world values DTM title, that's stupidity. So don't chase things just for the heck of it. Chase it because you love it. And I'll give you one good example right now coming on your screen as we go on a short break. For 5 minutes, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. So we are going to go on a short break. It's 8:27. We'll be back at 8:32. And in the meanwhile, here's something that I would want to share with you. This is the best cheese that we all enjoy. Okay, so we're going to get started with our session again. We're going to resume our session. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chase excellence in impromptu speaking. And the person who will help us in this chase is our table topic master. So our table topic master for today. But before I invite the table topic master for speaking, here are a couple of things about the table topic section in the Gabbys online Advanced Toastmasters Club, the GOAT Club. It's slightly different than the rest of the table topic sessions that you would have attended elsewhere. So one, it is not a regular table topic; it's a debate. So the TTM will give you a debate topic. So she's also a debate master, and she'll invite two people to speak on this topic, one for, one against. She'll mention who will speak for and who will speak against. There is no grace time. Each of the speakers will get exactly 1 minute. At the end of 1 minute, the timer or the Zoom moderator will mute the speaker. So once the for speaker has spoken for 1 minute, the for speaker will be muted. The same goes for the against speaker. There are a couple of house rules that we have in table topics in the Gabbys that we follow. I'll just quickly read it out to avoid any kind of heartbreaks or confusions. One, that we only allow guests to speak if they have their cameras on. The members are given a slight leverage here, where they are allowed to speak with their cameras off. But for the guests, we only allow when their cameras are on. Though members also, we would prefer that you have your cameras on. Those in big four roles, the TMOD, TTM, TTE, and GE, the speakers and evaluators are not included in the table topic because they're already getting sufficient stage time. Support role players may be given stage topic, TT topics. That's the prerogative of the TT master. And a total of 5 to 6 set of speakers will be there. So maximum of 10 to 12 speakers. With this, I would now hand over the stage to our table topic master for today. Our table topic master for today is Toastmaster Mamta Jain. Toastmaster Mamta brings a unique blend of creativity and logic, being both a visual designer and an engineer. This rare combination shapes her perspective, allowing her to tackle challenges with imaginative flair and analytical clarity. She believes that when creativity meets structure, even the most complex ideas can be transformed into meaningful impact. Over to you, Toastmaster Mamta Jain, our table topic master for today.
Thank you for the warm introduction. Hello, eloquent and tenacious speakers. Welcome to the table topic session, where quick thinking meets persuasive speaking. Today's table topics will be in a debate format. Here is how we will play. I request everyone to keep your cameras on throughout the session. Your presence and expressions make the debate more engaging. For each topic, I will invite two speakers. The first speaker will speak for the motion, and the second speaker will speak against the same motion. Each speaker will have 1 minute to present their arguments. When the first speaker reaches 1 minute, the red card will be shown. The speaker will be muted, and the second speaker will begin immediately. I will paste the debate topic in the chat just before the first speaker starts. The goal is not to win the debate, but to think quickly, organize your thoughts, and present your ideas confidently. So let's begin our table topic session. May I have two volunteers for our first debate topic? Please raise your hands.
I can be a speaker.
So I invite Jitendra and Rajat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, Mom.
Okay. So the topic is Ambition creates happiness. Ambition creates happiness. Jitendra, you
Ambition,
can speak.
yeah, I can start.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Ambition create happiness, but it will not last longer if you change your ambition again. The most important part is to enjoy once you achieve your ambition. We often get deflected the moment we reach to our ambition or the goal. But most important is enjoy the moment once you achieve it, rather than setting the again new ambition. And that is what we have tuned right from childhood as we grow as adult. So when you are a child, you end up getting good grades, after grades good engineering college, after college again good job, then you get married, and it's a vicious cycle. We never pause to reflect, enjoy the moment. And so it is very important to have ambition, but at the same time, take a pause and enjoy before you move on to your next ambition. So, yeah, that's my take on ambition.
Ambition is a word that has been corrupted throughout the time. Whenever a person is born into this world, they are being thrust upon the so-called ambition without giving the freedom of that person exploring what their ambition is. Then soon life becomes a rat race. You would have seen a prominent headlines in today's how many students are taking their own life of this so-called ambition. So what went wrong? This ambition word is corrupted. It is being thrust upon us where we don't have any personal freedom or any choice to create our own happiness. That ambition judges us, that ambition controls us, and where we do not have any other things to explore further upon. A person so consumed in ambition will no longer focus on the side quest of life. How many people who are so fixated on their ambition join Toastmasters to know that they want to be a better speaker or a better leader? They don't, because the society tells them that these are all a waste of time.
Thank you. Let's have a big round of applause for both the speakers. Ambition gives us purpose, enjoyment, and motivates us to grow. However, too much ambition creates stress and endless comparison. Now we move to the second topic. So,
Mamta, please do mention who is speaking for, who is speaking against. That will be useful, helpful.
now the speakers are Toastmaster Prasang Mani and Manisha. Prasang, you will speak for the topic, and Manisha, you will speak against the topic.
Sure.
So the topic is people should stop chasing the latest gadgets. People should stop chasing the latest gadgets.
What do you think? What is needed for a next innovation? What is needed for the next innovation? It is the money, and it is the demand. And if there is anybody who thinks that should not chase the latest gadgets, I think you're not wrong. If people start not chasing latest gadgets, they stop buying. There's less demand for the new new gadgets, and there's no money for the research. So scientists stops innovating the new things, and that creates the problem. Then there will be no new inventions. So I think people should keep buying the new gadgets. The more you buy, the more resources supply to the companies, the more money to do the research, and that's how you invent a new product. That's how we got the chat GPT. Now we have an
Okay. People shouldn't chase latest gadget. So isn't it that greedy that one click that everything that comes to our doorstep, So we are in a era like everything is highly, come to a level now. People have to be settled down, content, quiet, calm. When people search for any reels, they don't look for gadgets. What's the latest gadgets? They most of the people like above 60% are going back to the old village kind of living styles, village kind of cottages. They try to have their the tweaks, the three tricks they are trying to have their kind of living styles. So going to so far, even people have gone to Mars. But the thing is, now is a time that artificial intelligence is there.
Thank you. A warm round of applause for both participants.
Did I
Constant
click on
upgrades.
mute?
Yes,
Constant
you will be muted after 1 minute. When it's a debate, so at the end of 1 minute, you were muted. Everyone is muted after 1 minute.
Constant upgrades waste money and create electronic waste. On the other side, new gadgets improve productivity, security, and make life easier. Now we move to the third topic. Who would like to speak? Ajay, want to come? Okay. The other, Sagar. Please all be on the camera.
Do you mean Sagar Gulati or Sagar Duggal?
Sagar, Sagar Bulati.
Yeah, sure.
Can you please be on camera? Yeah.
So Ajay, Toastmaster Ajay, you will speak for the topic, and Sagar, you will speak against the topic. So topic is peace should be chased more than success. Peace should be chased more than success. Or
From my personal experience, after you get success having very different opinion for different perspective from different people. So might be we got success buying a car, buying a house, or got selected in a good college, or we got funded, or we started a new business. So after getting that, again, as a human being, we again crave for more. So it create anxiety, depression. So you won't enjoy that whatever you got it. Again, your aspiration for more. So always, in my perspective, so peace should be your base target, or you should aspire for. First of all, with peace, you can do whatever you want.
So, for success, what's the exact definition? For some people, success can be large amount of money, heavy, having a big house, luxury cars. But for some people, this the real definition of success can be having more time, the time they can spend with their family, the liberty they have to do anything. So, I personally believe that in the starting stages of your life, you should do as much hard work, leaving peace aside. Work hard to achieve that success, the level of success that you can spend your life according to your way. You don't have to work for someone, you don't have to spend time on someone else's instructions, and you live your entire life in peace. So peace should be chased more than success, that's true, but for the starting stages, that's completely like it's.
Let's give both speakers a big round of applause. Peace and success both are vice versa. Without peace of mind, success has little meaning. But success often provides the security needed to enjoy peace. Now, for the next topic, Rashmi and Pooja Sharma.
Sorry, I'm outside. I cannot be on the camera. Sorry about that. You can pick someone else.
Subhashini.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And Pooja, you want to come?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on video. Can you hear me?
Yes. Only when you're responding to my questions, I can't hear you. Otherwise, we can.
Okay. So, yeah, what
Okay.
is...
So then Subhashini, you will speak for the topic, and Pooja, you will speak against the topic. So your topic is failure is a better chase than playing safe. Failure is a better chase than playing safe.
Every time my father looks at me and says, go for it. But I am not going to be in vicinity. I say, why? I see all my friends' fathers stand around and watch them. He said one thing, life is super uncertain. And if I don't make you ready for any uncertainty, what good of a father I am? I will always throw you at the sea. Learn to swim with the current, float on it, or swim against the current. There could be sharks, there could be beautiful, beautiful golden fishes, there could be corals, whatever you experience. The consequences of it, good or bad, it's all going to be yours. If you're going to say, come back and tell me, oh my God, there was a shark, see, there's a wound, I'm going to be here to help you. If you see amazing corals and you're going to experience, I'm going to be here to listen to all of that. But the experiences of it, what it would make of it is you. Person. So taught me one, oh, sorry.
Yeah, so from my side.
Start, Pooja, start.
Yeah. Yeah, so we always think that playing safe is like better than chasing, for that. So I feel every time failure is better to learn new things, to get the experience in the life. And if we are not really going to fail, I think there are certain experience which we will not get the exposure of those things. So better to have the failure in the life instead of chasing and playing the safe games. Say, for example, for me, I feel sometimes, if we have to learn things, it's a better option to get fail and learn and get the experience of that. And I've seen in my personal experience and also in the professional life. So I have failed many times. I felt like, whatever it is happening, it's not good actually. I should learn many things. And then, but I have, with this failure, I have learned that, it's good to fail and then get out of that particular situation. And
Well debated. Let's appreciate both speakers with a round of applause. Failures are the best teachers and help us grow stronger. But smart planning can help us to play safe. So for the next topic, Nancy Goyal. And Megha Sridhar Murthy.
Just check if Megha can be on cam because yeah, she's there. Okay. Nancy.
TTM Nancy, are you here?
She is, but she's not responding. I think we can go with someone else.
Rahul, you want to take the topic?
Yes, just give me a minute.
So Rahul, you will speak for the topic.
Sure. Am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Great.
And Megha, you will speak against the topic.
Mamta, this will be the last talk.
Children should chase hobbies more than academics. Children should chase hobbies more than academics.
Who is going first?
Rahul, you will speak for the topic.
Sure.
First, you will speak.
Okay. Yes, children should chase hobbies more than academics. You must have been following this news of Cockroach Janata Party protest because of the NEET paper leak. These kids were very ambitious and they were academic. That's why they wanted to crack this NEET exam. But what if they have chosen a different path? If they have gone to choose some academic career like sports, I don't think that they would regret it. I understand it's important to be sound academically, but I think hobbies are also important. And if you know you are good at something, you can pursue it as a career too. In the era of social media, nowadays we can do anything, be it knowing how to play guitar, singing, dancing. You can make a career out of it without anybody else saying something to you because
Not every child is privileged, not every child is blessed with a safe home. So one should always focus on academics based on what kind of family they are born in and what kind of education or what kind of values the parents are going to teach them. Parents know better what is best for their children. I was always blessed with a beautiful and sweet voice and wanted to pursue career in singing, but I was not. I had to drop singing, dancing, all because I had to focus on the academics. My dad didn't have a salaried job and there was always uncertainty. And I was not able to chase my passion for the hobbies and develop it into a career. But whatever happened, the situation, because of that, I was able to get into the academics and I got a very stable job. And because of that, today I have a very safe environment. I can chase those hobbies which I lost during my childhood now. So I always say, based on the situation.
Thank you, speakers. Hobbies nurture creativity, confidence, and lifelong skills. And academics provide the foundation for future opportunities. What an exciting round of debates. We heard convincing arguments from both sides, proving that every topic can be viewed from different perspectives. A big round of applause for all our speakers for accepting the challenge and making this session lively and thought-provoking. Thank you, tenacious speakers, for your enthusiasm and participation. Now I hand the meeting back to our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Okay. So before I hand over to the GE, let us have some fun. I'm not saying that we did not have fun till now. Let's have more fun, right? So what we'll do is, I'll now ask you to go on a chase and find something. Something that is difficult to find, but possible to find. Whoever gets that first scores 1 point. Can someone help me keep the scorecard? Renu, can you help me keep the score?
I can. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So whatever item I mention, you have to go and find it if you have it, right, in your house, and you have to show it to us, which means you have to also switch on your camera if you're not already on camera. So the first one, this should be easy for a lot of you. A foreign currency or a note. Anything. It could be a dollar, SGD, AUD, Thai baht, whatever. A foreign currency or a note.
Euros.
Show it. Bring it and show it.
Oh,
Okay, what is
Will a coin do?
This is Indonesian rupee.
Rajat, what is that?
This is Indonesian rupee.
Indonesian rupee. Lovely. Okay.
When I
So
went to
Rajat has
Bali,
got
I
1
got
point. Okay, lovely. Now the next one. A magnifying glass. A magnifying glass. Renu, please show when it is 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the maximum time. Not 30 seconds, actually. Yeah, 30 seconds is the maximum time we'll give. In case they're not able to find by then we'll move on to the next one. Or shall we keep it 15 seconds so that we can play more? 15 seconds. Renu, show me the red card when it's 15 seconds. A magnifying glass. Unless you're living in a huge villa or a mansion where you need a couple of minutes to go from one room to the other. Okay, next. A chess piece. Only one piece. Any of the pieces. A chess piece. Only one piece. The king, the queen, the bishop, anything will do. Okay, I can see something by Suchita. Suchita, yeah. So Suchita gets 1 point. Yes. Good, Suchita. Good. Okay. So Suchita has 1 point. Rahul also. Okay. So 1 point each for Rahul and Suchita. Okay. Next one. Quickly. Okay. A fridge magnet from another country. A fridge magnet from another country. Okay. Which country is that, Joan?
Venice.
Venice. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Next. A wax candle, not a tea light, huh? A wax candle. Good one, Rajat. Okay. Okay, next. Any musical instrument. Any musical instrument. Now, don't carry your piano from somewhere. Anything that you can bring in front. You can take your camera near that. Okay, yeah, Devishree has something. What's that, Devishree? It's a flute.
Yes.
Is it a flute? Okay, lovely. Okay. So Devishree 1 point. Okay, next one. A Rubik's Cube. A Rubik's Cube. Rahul. Okay, good. Next one. A printed map. A printed map. A wall map, printed map, whatever. Rahul. Again, Rahul. Okay, lovely. Rahul. Good. Renu, you are keeping the score, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay.
Rahul is leading already.
Yes, we can clearly see that. Okay, next one. This one's tough. A handwritten note. 15 seconds if you want to write something. Okay. It's like literally all of us. Okay, +1 for all of us. Okay, this question is gone because everyone's got this one. Okay. A photo album. Not your gallery, not the phone gallery. An actual printed photo album. 15 seconds. Okay, Suchita has got it and Mamta has got it. So 1 points for each of them. The last three, okay? This one's going to be really tough. A postage stamp. A postage stamp. I don't know how many of you remember that there's something called a postage stamp. Some of us do. Gen Zs are like, what's a stamp, man?
Rahul, are you showing one? I cannot see the.
Did Rahul showed that also? Are you kidding me? No, that's the picture. I'm saying a postage stamp. Are you showing a stamp? Remove the background. Your background is hiding your skills.
I was showing the previous questions answer.
Previous question. Okay, that one is gone. Now the next one is the postage stamp. Okay. I think 15 seconds is over. This one was tough as expected. Okay, the next one is also tough. A comic book. Not a storybook, not a novel. A comic book. Tintin. Good one, Suchita. Suchita came in just for the game, is it? How did she know? This paper got.
No.
This
I was
paper
not aware.
Okay. And the last two. A CD or a floppy. A CD or a floppy. No one? No one? No one? Okay, Suchita again. Wow. It's like a tough contest now between Suchita and Rahul. So it's Suchita. And the last one. A greetings card.
Rahul is on the run, maybe. One from his wife, I think.
He's like, he'll go to his wife and say, वो last time जो कार्ड दिया था न्यू ईयर पे वो दो मुझे अभी.
Mamta.
Mamta, lovely. Okay, so it's Mamta. Okay, so what's the score?
So the score goes like Suchita is on the top of the chart, followed by Rahul and followed by Mamta. Mamta has 2.
Okay. Suchita, Rahul, and Mamta. And you know what? Whenever you win these contests at the Gabbys meetings, the prize is very attractive. You get to play one of the roles in the next meeting, like a TMOD, TTM, TTE, General Evaluator. You'll get your voucher for playing the role on chat. Why did I play this game? If you go back and think of all the things that I asked you to find, there was a time when all of us used to chase for that. The floppy disk, the CDs, the stamps, the greetings card, or at least someone who will give you a greetings card on Valentine's Day, right? And today, it sounds so stupid and so difficult to find those very things. Remember, a lot of our times in our life we spend in chasing things which, after a certain point of time, has no value. We can't even find them. On that note, I'm going to hand over the stage back to our general evaluator for evaluating the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for handing over the virtual stage. You literally took us on a journey and helped us chase through all those alleys and those lanes which we had once been a part of. And it was a wonderful, exciting game. Thank you very much for this energetic Toastmaster of the Day theme. Now, quickly moving on to the evaluation segment, we will start with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. In the GOAT meeting, we have the double evaluation concept where every prepared speaker is evaluated by two expert evaluators. So our first speaker, Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra, will be evaluated by two evaluators, Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal and Toastmaster Smruti Sagrika Mohanty. I would request the first evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal, to please come on the virtual stage, and the target speaker as well. Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal is a Chief Financial Officer at Aza Fashions with over 25 years of experience across various industries. He has built a distinguished career in finance, a chartered accountant and an alumni of the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and Columbia Business School. Sachin has successfully led large-scale business transformations, finance, automotive initiatives, and global operations. Recognized among India's leading CFOs, he is passionate about creating value through innovation, operational excellence, and strong corporate governance. Over to you, Toastmaster Sachin, for your evaluation of the target speaker.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Priya Singh, for a kind introduction, and very good evening to our speaker, Toastmaster Pushpak. Today, you have delivered a wonderful speech about risk management, and I appreciate the way you spoke about risk management and the mitigation strategies. So it was a treat to watch a chartered accountant delivering a speech about risk management and mitigation strategies. So some of the areas where you excelled at, Toastmaster Pushpak. The biggest strength of this speech was the two real-life case studies you have given to engage the audience. One was your example of your relative who built the house ignoring the advice of the contractor and ultimately resulting in demolition. And the second example was from your own corporate life, where poor communication was a risk which you saw, and then you spoke about how you mitigated this risk by joining Toastmasters. So well done. These real life case studies really engage the audience. Second thing which I really liked was the structure of the speech and the logical flow. So the speech started with the intro, which was a warning. You started with a warning intro, and then you spoke about risk management. So warning and then risk management. Very well done. And then in the body, as I said, you spoke about the two real life case studies, and everybody connected with you. In the conclusion, you also gave the mitigation strategies, invest in prevention of risk, invest in health and learning, and invest in yourself. A very well message. Then the third thing which I really liked was the delivery. So it was a very confident delivery. Your eye contact was wonderful. You had smile throughout the speech and very clear voice, and it all kept the audience engaged. And the fourth one which I really liked was your connection of risk management to your professional career. How and then when you say that you focus on reconciliation and all other audit activities, which actually result in preventing the organization from reputational damage. So very well connected to your profession, the entire speech. Some of the areas of improvement, you could have given this speech in a standing position, and we could have seen your body movements very clearly, postures very clearly, and it would have great impact on us. Number two, you could have added some more vocal variety and pauses, and I'll just try to replay the conclusion. At the end, I leave you with one thought. Give a pause there. Then invest in prevention, invest in yourself, invest in health, and invest in learning. So that's how, pause and with the vocal variety, you could have made the conclusion or other parts also very effective. So apart from that, it was a really well researched speech, very informative, a professionally delivered speech. Congratulations on such an excellent delivery, and I look forward to such much more great speeches from you. Thank you, Toastmaster Pushpak, and over to you, G. Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, for that detailed evaluation of the target speaker speech. We move on to our second evaluator for prepared speaker 1, Toastmaster Smruti Sagrita Mohanty. Request her to come on the virtual stage. Toastmaster Smruti is a certified soft skills trainer, mentorship specialist, training content creator, and seasoned B2B enterprise sales professional with over a decade of experience. Her career is marked by commitment to fostering personal and professional growth through communication, leadership, and learning. Within Toastmasters, she doesn't need an introduction. She has held multiple executive roles at the club level, served at the district level as a club mentor, club coach, and distinguished area director. Every role, she views every role as an opportunity to learn, lead, and lift others. She's the past president of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Smruti, for your evaluation.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Well, Toastmaster Pushpak, while you were reciting or delivering your speech, I was trying to make a note of all the points. If you can see my paper. After done writing everything, now I understand why you have a strong fan base in this particular club and maybe outside. I do acknowledge the way you decided to bring a topic of risk management to inspire this given set of audience. I loved the aspect which helped me as an audience to understand how Pushpak is actually trying to make me inspired after the speech. The factors which stood out is first, you made it a collective challenge. It was not about completely preaching about this is risk management, this is we should do. You indulge us in a story quite personal where all of us can relate and made it a collective challenge for each one of us. You had a very strong, simple call to action for everyone that, hey, this is what we are supposed to do if you are trying to manage it. Third is you had short catchphrases. For example, I'm taking you from prediction to preparedness. We are planning to stop tomorrow's headline. They are going to stand out in this particular speech. Now, here as an evaluator, if I can offer you something, I have something personal. It can be easy or tough. I want you to identify your emotions. I don't know if it's easy or tough. Now, what exactly do I mean? Emotions, while talking about risk, warning, heavy water, or demolition, cannot be same when it comes to emotions like let's do something. I hope it makes sense. So we have to understand, is my emotion same in both the aspect? If we are clear about it, we can bring the same in our voice, in our delivery maybe. For example, if I want to say that we're talking about something called small warning. Now, warning is a very big term. I cannot deliver it in a similar manner the way I'm saying let's do risk management. Understand? So that's what we can bring. Second is, it is about an inspirational speech. You are inspiring your audience. So what we can do, bring either verbal or non-verbal check-ins with your audience so that the speech is not at the audience, it's with the audience. Now, what are verbal, non-verbal check-ins? I thought we tried to do in the initial phase where you were asking question, but you did not let the audience respond or react. So what we can do, If you don't want them to respond and react, you read the room by saying, looking at the faces, I feel you are in line with me or you are in sync with me. So you are trying to read the room and update or change your statement accordingly. So try to add the verbal or non-verbal check-in to make the speech not you're talking at the audience, but with the audience or want to make it. And that's it, Pushpak. I'm also, you can add me to your fan base now. Overall, it's a very good speech where you had inclusive language, you had collective challenge and short catchphrases. Let's bring a differentiating emotional factor. Try to add verbal and non-verbal check-in to make the inspirational speech more inspiring to the audience. Thank you so much. I give the stage back to our general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Smruti, for that detailed and unique evaluation of the Toastmaster Pushpak speech. It was indeed a delight to hear the evaluation of both the evaluators. Can I have evaluator one as well on the virtual stage for my evaluation? Toastmaster Pushpak, I'll begin with you. Congratulations for fulfilling the purpose of your project. You indeed inspired us and made something like risk management, brought a very stark reminder to all of us that risk management is not only related to finances, but risk management is something which is associated with our daily life and we need to be prepared. I love the phrase you used towards the end, that we can strengthen the foundation before the storm arrives. This will really stay with me. It is definitely something to recall in further speeches as well. Your topic was very relevant and very intriguing. The title was very intriguing, and you transitioned beautifully from your intro to the body, giving us examples and anecdotes from your life. And then you moved on to the conclusion with a message and takeaway for the audience. One recommendation, while the evaluators have given a complete overall perspective, one recommendation and one challenge for you. The recommendation is that when you are delivering, whilst standing up will enable you to give more impact while speaking, I feel you should also try and get more eye contact with the audience. On the virtual stage, looking into the camera will help you to establish more eye contact with the audience. And secondly, I challenge you, since you have a natural flair for adding humor, it would always be nice if you can have a tinge of humor in your speech. I know inspiration comes with a lot of introspection, but that is your natural style. So do explore it next time, even in such inspiring speeches. Thank you very much. And a quick evaluation. While both the evaluators did a wonderful evaluation of the target speaker, Toastmaster Sachin, one recommendation I would like to bring and suggestion to you was that while you followed the CRC method and gave commendations and recommendations and brought in a conclusion, I felt you spent a little more time on the commendations, giving 4 commendations, whereas you were not able to give a greater explanation for the recommendations and you had to rush to the conclusion. So maybe if you could mindfully balance the two and bring out the 2 best commendations and then give enough time to the recommendations and conclusion, it would be overall a more impactful evaluation. That's my suggestion for you. Toastmaster Smruti, a wonderful evaluation. I love the unique points that you brought to the table with regards to identifying emotions and how you connected that to displaying it in vocal variety. That was wonderfully done. Thank you very much. And we move on to our second target speaker and their evaluations. The 2 evaluators for our target speaker to Toastmaster Devishree. The first one is Toastmaster Sagar Duggal. Can I have Toastmaster Sagar there? And Toastmaster Sagar Duggal is a celebrated anchor and MC known for his eloquence, charisma, commanding stage presence. With extensive experience in hosting weddings, corporate events, he seamlessly blends wit, warmth, and humor, and makes every occasion an unforgettable and memorable experience. A master of audience engagement, he embodies the vibrant spirit here also at the Gabbys and making every meeting that he participates in extra interesting. Over to you, Toastmaster Sagar.
Very good evening, everyone. We all are lucky enough that we all have seen the quintessential of the storytelling. In the best of my knowledge, what it takes to be a good storyteller: emotions, content, voice modulation, presenting a vivid picture, or teleporting audience to the imaginary world. And my respective speaker infused all those things in a speech. If we talk about the emotions, the lady that was being taught, initially she got 60%, followed by the 90% towards the end. It was a story about the emotion. It was a story about how one person is being helped by the other person, and spending, I would say, 1 hour can add a lot of value. Can add a lot of value in the other person's life. Apart from this, I would like to talk about the voice modulation. And my respective speaker used the voice modulation at the very same time when it was needed. I would like to give a small example here. So my speaker mentioned that, can you teach me maths in a very low volume? At the very same time, my speaker mentioned, the next day before the sunrise, in a very high volume with a lot of energy, as if she was rising with the sun. As far as the voice modulation is concerned, the storytelling concept was concerned, kudos to my respective speaker on this. Apart from this, I see her rising in a storytelling talent if she takes care of, I see her rising in a storytelling talent if she takes care of. And believe me, I was finding it really hard to find any sort of recommendation for my respective speaker. And that was my reaction. But still, I'm here to give a basic recommendation to my speaker. And if a little, I would say, body language would have been added, it would have created a lot of impact. Small example, towards the end, the speaker mentioning about the victory, about the 90% she achieved in the last semester. If at that time she could have come a little closer to the screen and talk about the victory, talk about 90%, I believe the audience would have been more glued. It would have added more attention. It would have gained more eyeballs towards the end. Apart from this incredible speech, and the message was very clear that you have to become, and the message was very clear, becoming better than yesterday. And there is no harm in sparing, 1 hour if you can, in order to help other people. And I see my respective speaker, Toastmaster Devishree, as an incredible, phenomenal, remarkable storyteller down the line. And with this, over to our journal evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sagar, for that interesting and insightful evaluation. We proceed further with our second evaluator for Toastmaster Devishree, Toastmaster Subhashini Jewelitha. Toastmaster Subhashini is a chartered accountant with 13 plus years of experience in international taxation. Other than balance sheets and tax laws, her heart belongs to mountains, music, long hikes, meaningful service, art, and the sea. Personally, Toastmaster Subhashini, I remember your Toastmaster of the Day session long back earlier when you had used music as the theme, and it was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And over to you for your evaluation of the prepared speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator and Toastmaster Devishree, the speaker for today. You beautifully brought in not just the importance of teaching, but how it creates a ripple effect of generosity by knowledge sharing. Now, what quickly drew my attention to your speech was the knock at the door. I was like, I want to discover who is on the other side of the door. I'm definitely sure all the audience would have been pulled in with that sort of an opening. That is beautiful. No wonder you love gardening and music. You had clarity, you had patience, and the pace of your speech was so natural that the audience would have absorbed your story because of the enough pauses. Now, what I beautifully liked is the phrase that you used to land your speech, which is a candle loses nothing by lighting another. When I say this, it's not like, an insertion of another quote, but your authenticity of the message, it's just like very, very natural. And I predominantly loved it. And it's a remarkable lasting takeaway for me. If I can offer a perspective from my speaking style, I would like to give you some of the ideas here, which is heightening your emotional journey. Now, from a normal classmate to how your friendship evolved. Emotions, because your story can actually tell us what happened, but you can make us feel what actually happened. So that emotional journey of friendship and, how than her academics, what happened to you personally on this side? Are you, philosophically ready to help? Are you feeling stressed or whatever? That emotions, you could have had it. Number two, my idea is like you can actually paint some of the important points with make it cinematic. When I say description, like when you said she, after the results are done, she came towards you. Like it was like she came running towards me with her eyes sparkling. She couldn't contain her excitement. That would make us all feel like, live the moment rather than just hearing what the speech is all about. It's very different, but I don't know if I can give this here. But there is something called circular ending. When you start with knock at the door, you could also finish it with whenever I hear another door, knock at the door. This time I don't really wonder who's outside, but I wonder whose life I'm going to change this time. By the way, I enjoyed your vocal variety because of your pace. As a previous evaluator mentioned, that there are areas where you actually use it beautifully, but you can actually mirror repetitive phrases very differently. Like she came again and again and again and again. That would have made us feel the tenacity in which she kind of is very, very wanting to do this and she's reluctant to give up. So that would have the vocal dynamics would add the storytelling another perspective. So to tell Toastmaster Devishree, good story, good speech tells us a story, a great speech lets the audience live it. Today, your speech was very close to making all of us live yours. And thank you. It's a beautiful speech and all the very best for your future endeavors. With that, back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much to both the evaluators for the detailed evaluation. And I would quickly like to share my evaluation of the prepared speech. Toastmaster Devishree, kudos to you. Congratulations for fulfilling the purpose of your project. And you have truly delivered an authentic, relatable speech straight from your heart. It resonated with me and I'm sure with a lot of people in the audience, as your evaluators have highlighted. It was very well executed. Just a recommendation that I would like to give you and a challenge. The recommendation is that whilst you did have your gestures, body language could have been explored if you used your virtual stage more effectively. Now, how could that have happened? If you don't, while you deliver speeches, try not to keep a virtual background. Let it be a normal background so that you can use, I remember in your earlier speeches, you have kept a normal background. So today, yes, while we could see some of your hand gestures, it was not very impactful. So remember that in order to make it more impactful. And secondly, try using some props that will give an added impact to your speech. This is a challenge that I'm giving you. For example, when you showed that, when you mentioned that there was a knock at the door, and when you opened it, this lady walks in with a maths book. You could have had a book in your hand. It would, add more impact. Use of props enables the audience to remember your speech and gets the impact even higher. So this is my recommendation. With regards to the evaluators, love the evaluation and you all have covered most of the points. Just a general suggestion to both the evaluators is that while you all did focus on, giving a evaluation speech with intro and body, I think the conclusion could have been a little more holistic, wherein a summary was given to the prepared speaker for them to keep those points in mind in a very crisp way, because evaluation speech is also a speech and should have an intro, body, and conclusion. The conclusion is important because those points stay back in the speaker's mind and helps them to keep it in mind and improve on it. Thank you very much for the wonderful and insightful evaluations. Now, I would like to call upon my team, starting with our timer, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, to present her report, please.
Yes, I'm glad today we don't have any disqualification. I'm sharing my report on the screen. So both the speakers as well as the evaluators, they were well within the time limit. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, for that crisp report. And it is wonderful to see that everybody has chased the time, all the speakers. Though overall, I feel we could have managed the time better. We were shooting over time right from the first segment. So that is a recommendation to all the role takers to be more mindful of the time. But Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, you did your timer's role beautifully, ensuring that you showed the timer cards even for the role takers and not only just for the speakers in the prepared speeches or table topic segments. So that you ensured that you were keeping a track of the time holistically throughout the meeting. Thank you very much. We'll proceed with our language evaluator, Toastmaster Joane. If you could come on the virtual stage and share your report, please.
Hi, thank you, General Evaluator. So it was a beautiful meeting, wonderful phrases, a little bit of usage, language usage we can work upon, but because the time is so less, what I've done is I have actually already uploaded the sheet in the chat box, and I request everyone to just take a look into the chat box, all the speakers, and you can then know what you did good and what are your area of improvement. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madam Language Evaluator, for being so mindful of the time and posting the report in the chat box. Request everyone to have a look at the report in the chat box and know the various phrases and the idioms and other areas of language that have been highlighted by her. And now I would request the listener to come in and briefly conduct the listening segment, because it is time is of essence and we are already above the time. So Toastmaster Rahul, can we have you on stage, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I will be drafting now short questions to you. And to start with, as we are short of time, my first question is, in Toastmaster Pushpak's speech, his friend's house walls formed crack due to what?
Rahul, can we have you on camera, please?
Flood. Am I visible now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Toastmaster Pushpak's friend's house walls formed crack due to what?
Poor foundation.
No. Anybody else?
Floods.
Sorry, I heard something.
Is it floods?
Yes, correct. It's floods. Okay. How many scores did Shamila scored in mathematics in Toastmaster Devishree's speech?
60%.
60%? Correct. Okay. Now, Joanne has got fridge magnet from which foreign country?
Venice, Italy.
Venice.
Correct, correct. Venice. Then, uh, who pushed Toastmaster Subhashini in her table topic into the sea? Who
Her
pushed
father. Her
Toastmaster
father.
Subhashini into the sea?
Her father.
Correct, correct. Then general evaluator Priya gave example of what to use when she was giving example of using crops to Toastmaster Devishree. Books. Exactly. Thank you for being such a good listeners. Congratulations. Thanks. And back to you, General.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for those interesting questions. I'll proceed with the evaluation of the meeting as a whole. The meeting began on time. There was a lot of preparation which has gone in to execute this meeting seamlessly, and kudos to all the role takers for that. It started on time. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Prasang, was started very energetically, very confidently, and welcomed one and all with the theme as with zeal and enthusiasm. The presiding officer, the Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, with her pleasing and warm smile, encouraged all the guests to come up and introduce themselves, introduced the history of the Toastmasters to all the guests and new members, and welcomed everyone so warmly. Thank you so much. The Toastmaster of the Day, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. What a theme. It was amazing, innovative, and it really helped us while we were seated on our chairs, but you helped us run the chase throughout the meeting with all the interactions, the activities, and the fun games. You didn't even leave the break time, and you brought in the element of fun and the chase of Tom and Jerry through the cartoon. So it was a wonderfully executed theme-related meeting that you conducted. Kudos to you. Just one humble and important recommendation is that time is of essence, and whenever you see that we are running over the time, would request that even the Toastmaster of the Day can shrink the kind of activities to a little so that we are able to conclude on time. Moving ahead, the table topic master, Toastmaster Mamta Jain, wonderful choice of topics related to the theme and beautifully executed the table topic segment. One point of recommendation that you could try and reduce the length of the topics. Some of the topics were really long, and since it's an impromptu speaking session, it becomes difficult to for the participants to register. Of course, you mentioned it in the chat box, but for comprehending, understanding the topic, a shorter topic becomes easier to understand. But kudos to you for executing it beautifully, and wonderful. Congratulations to all the table topic speakers for the impromptu speeches, which brought in so many different perspectives on those topics. A wonderful debate segment. And that's all. I would now like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the Day. Back to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
I would hand the stage back to the presiding officer since we are already way over time. Over to the presiding officer.
You're mute.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator and Toastmaster of the Day. And Toastmaster of the Day, I must commend you on the on your theme. You really took us on a chase on our memories, be it on our general knowledge or be it our emotions. I think it was a roller coaster theme for every one of us today. Kudos to you. And right on your screen, you must be having your polls. Please poll for the today's best role takers, best evaluators. Although you have already voted for your favorite speaker, and for that I would commend, would congratulate Devishree V to be the favorite speaker for today's evening. Congratulations, Devishree. Can you please come on the camera and can we please spotlight her? Next is for our favorite evaluators. Can we just vote for our favorite evaluators? I can see that right on the screen. Let's quickly call it a day, sir. Okay, I have, I think, favorite TT speaker. Any guesses? There are all the table topic speakers. I think they really did very well. They were able to keep up their perspective very clearly. And I see Pooja and Subhashini. Pooja and Subhashini, congratulations. You are the favorite table topic speaker for today. Can we please spotlight them? My network is a little slow. If okay.
Subhashini is not on camera, so I can't spotlight.
Right. So next is, yes, the favorite evaluator. Please name the favorite evaluators.
Favorite evaluator is already completed. You can announce.
Congratulations, Smruti. And next we are today. So all the role takers are favorite, I would say something like that. But still, we have to pick one. So we will go for Joane Joseph. Congratulations, Joane.
No, you announced it wrong, Renu. It's not Joanne. It's a tie between the other two places. I'm just looking at the.
I think her screen has frozen.
Yeah, I think that's where she got it wrong. So it's actually it's a tie between Renu Kaushal and the listener, which is Rahul.
Yes.
And the favorite role taker, that's yours truly. Thank you so much. I'm ending the meeting now since the presiding officer has dropped off. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
I have a very unstable network today. Thank you everyone for coming by.
Thank you all.
Thank you all the guests today. We would really look forward to meeting you next time in the meeting.